Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm Toastmaster Mitesh Doda, and I will be your Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. And I welcome you all in the meeting number 178 of Mumbai Speakers Toastmasters Club. Okay, so now I would like to begin with stating the mission of Toastmasters Club. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. I would like to give a few instructions that we need to follow in the online meeting environment. Number one is I request all the speakers and role bearers to prefix their role to the name so that it's easy to identify them. All speakers are requested to do a quick audio and video check before they start their speech. Request the speakers to also confirm that they can see the timer cards before starting the speech. I would request you not to type in the chat box when a speaker is speaking as it disturbs the speaker. You can use the private chat to provide the feedback. Do not click on share screen unless your speech or role requires you to do so. You can display a hi-fi or any emoji when taking over or leaving from a role. You can connect with me for any technical glitch as I am also your Zoom master for today. This meeting is being recorded and this particular meeting is going live on YouTube. In case you have any reservations on your speech being recorded, please let us know and we will pause the recording. Please return off. Please turn off your cell phones or please turn off your please turn off your cell phones or set them on silent mode while you are speaking. If you are a speaker, other times anyway you all are muted by the Zoom master. There are three ways of giving applause. If your video is on, you can clap like this, or you can use any reaction button on your Zoom screen and click the clap option. Now, it is my privilege and pleasure to welcome the presiding officer of today's meeting. So, actually, the presiding officer is someone who is going to take this role for the very first time. So, he is currently serving as the VP Public Relation of the club and soon going to take up the role of Vice President Education for Mumbai Speakers. So, now I would like to welcome Toastmaster Aditya as the presiding officer for today's meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mitesh.
Welcome, Toastmaster Aditya. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the introduction as well. That takes the pressure off a bit. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Aditya this side. I'm going to be your presiding officer for today. And I welcome you all to the 178th meeting of Mumbai Speakers Toastmasters Club. So, New Year's around the corner. I hope everyone has got their New Year resolutions sorted. Whatever it may be, they want to wake up early, they want to take up a reading habit, they want to be healthy. Be it that we may follow it for just for the 1 week of January, but regardless, I think everyone has their plans set. And just like every year brings new opportunities for us, in every Toastmasters meeting, we get new opportunities to develop our communication skills and grow on them. And so, for today's meeting, we have a wonderful theme that is going to resonate with everyone. And before going forward now, I would like to see if there are any guests in today's meeting.
Yes, we have one. I think it's Kalpesh Patel. So I would request Kalpesh to um, just switch on your video and unmute and introduce yourself to the members.
Hey, good morning, all. Myself, Kalpesh Patel. I am member of Metric Toastmaster Club. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kalpesh. So, without a further ado, I hand it over and invite our TMOD for today, that is Toastmaster Darshita. Over to you, Toastmaster Darshita.
Just give me a second. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
A very good morning to all the Toastmasters present here. Thank you, presiding officer Toastmaster Aditya. So, good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guest. It's a new year, 2025, And as the theme of today's meeting suggests, many of us are probably asking ourselves, New Year, new me. We are wondering, is there a new year? So am I gonna be something new? Am I new? So the start of the new year often makes us reflect on our growth, set new goals, and sometimes reinvent ourselves. But here's the question: does the new year automatically lead to a new year, new you? So it's like, okay, it's a new year, so new me automatically. Or is it more about nurturing and rediscovering who you truly are? Throughout this meeting, we will explore whether the new me is a complete transformation or simply small, meaningful steps towards becoming our ideal selves. Before we dive in, let me ask you all a question. Do you believe in the new me transformation? Anyone?
Yeah, I would like to go, Toastmaster Darshita. Yes, I believe in New Year, New Me concept because actually this year I was able to achieve a lot of learning initiatives that I had taken up last year, but at least this year I was able to complete a lot of criterias, complete a lot of small achievements that I was looking to achieve. So of course I believe that New Year, New Me is something which is true if we are committed to it. So of course commitment is something which is required, whether it's about learning, whether it's about any desires of completing a wish list or bucket list or anything. I believe commitment is the main thing. So if you commit to something, of course you will going to achieve a greater heights in your life. So New Year, New Me is definitely a true concept. Yes.
That's very beautiful, Toastmaster Mitesh. Anyone else? Yes, Toastmaster Tejas.
I wouldn't say new year, new me, but I would say new year, new learning has to be consistent. Okay. In last year, I had decided that in a year I will read at least 22 books, but I have reached to 30. So I would say new year, new learnings has to continue. And this year, probably I'll set a new milestone and I would keep at it and try to achieve it.
That's wonderful, Toastmaster Tejal. So now let's move forward with the meeting agenda. So this meeting is divided into three parts: prepared speeches,
Just a
table
minute,
topics.
Darshita. I think Kalpesh was, I think I had raised the hand, so he also
Oh,
wanted to
sorry,
share something.
I didn't see that.
No
Yes,
problem.
guess
No problem.
Kalpesh.
Yeah. For that, I think I would say one thing which I rely because when once I read the book like Atomic Habits, then I realize like every year we make some resolution, we'll do something, but unfortunately we are not completing or we are not achieving this kind of accomplishment. So rather than making a big goal, we have to shorten the goals and make it habitual so that once you become habitual, that would be more easy. And that I realized on that one, and it's very true because when actually I was not good learner or I was not good to reading the books and all. But the use of the atomic habits and all, I started to read this, only one page every day, and that's become a habit. And now I can easily can read the books. That way, at least we can get or we can enhance our or we can get this lot of good habits in your life.
That is
Thank you.
so wonderful, guess Kalpesh, because it is true. Even I read Atomic Habits, and yes, I can surely say it is a very good book and it has an impact on us, our lives. So now let's move forward with the meeting agenda. This meeting is divided into three parts: prepared speeches, table topics, and general evaluation. But first, let's meet the people who will keep the meeting in track, our tag team. They'll ensure we stick to time, maintain quality, and enrich our vocabulary. So let's start by inviting a grammarian, Toastmaster Misha, to introduce the word of the day and Toastmaster Misha.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Darshita. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, yes, you are.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. It feels wonderful to be a part of Mumbai Speakers Club meeting again. It's been long. Um, I actually have the privilege of being the grammarian, which is my favorite role. So, as a grammarian, my role is to help all of you to pay attention to correct and effective use of the language. Language is not just a tool that we use to communicate, but it is also an art form which helps us to provide clarity to our thoughts and to strengthen our ideas. So the grammarian's role is crucial in Toastmasters because it encourages us of being mindful of what we say, and improve our public speaking, for which we have all joined Toastmasters, and also our everyday communication. So by paying attention to how we structure our sentences, the vocabulary we choose, and the clarity of our ideas, we become effective communicators and good leaders. So, to begin with, my job is to introduce the word of the day. So, the word of the day for today's meeting is revamp. It is a very beautifully thought word by Mitesh, and he has helped me. Thank you so much, Mitesh. I really appreciate the effort. It is very much in sync with the theme chosen by Ms. Darshita. So, the meaning of the word is to make like new again, or to renovate, or redesign, or renew, or revamp, obviously. So, the usage of this word in the sentence is she decided to revamp her daily routine to focus more on fitness and personal growth. I would I would encourage all of you to use the word of the day as often as possible and to inculcate in every sentence, if possible for you, to enhance your vocabulary and make your speaking more effective. Additionally, we do also have the idiom of the day, which is also in sync with the theme of the meeting, which is a clean slate. So, this new year, we all have gotten a clean slate. The clean slate means a fresh start with no grudges or bad feelings or mistakes being carried over. So, it is a clean slate where we all get to write the stories of our life again in a better way, obviously, since we all are authors of our life. So I encourage all of you to incorporate both the word of the day and the idiom of the day into your speeches and evaluations. And it is a great way to expand your vocabulary and challenge yourselves to think creatively. I would share the word of the day report and the grammarian report in general by the end of the day, by the end of the meeting when called upon by the general evaluator. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Darshita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Misha. Now let's welcome our sorry. Now let's welcome the next tag team member, our counter. So Toastmaster Mitesh will guide us on how they'll help us reduce filler words and revamp our speeches.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Darshita. Okay, good morning, everyone, once again. So, I am Toastmaster Matesh, and I will be your R counter for today's meeting. Well, by the way, I am the one who has a lot of R's and ums, but it's fine. Let's see how I will able to perform. Okay, so my role as the R counter is to record unnecessary sounds used by the speakers and role bearers. They include the crutch sounds like or filler words like but, like, so, okay, filler phrases like you know and so, etc., and extremely long pauses. The crutch words of filler sounds obstruct the smooth flow of speech, can be annoying to the listeners, at the same time decreasing the value of the speech. Therefore, the R counter notes these words and phrases in order to help the speaker become aware of them and minimize the use of these words and phrases in future. I will present the R counter report when called upon by the general evaluator at the end of the meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Michelle. And now let's finally call the timer of a meeting. Again, Toastmaster Mitesh will explain the importance of timing guidelines.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Once again, good morning. Okay, so I will have to multitask with a lot of tag rules today. So I will be the timer of the today's meeting as well. As a timer, I will be helping the speakers to express their thoughts within allotted time limits. My duty is to time prepared speeches, table topic speeches, speech evaluations, etc. To help me in performing my role, I have this set of three color cards. The green card indicates qualifying time of the speech, the yellow card indicates target time of the speech, and the red card indicates maximum time of the speech. Today, we won't have any icebreaker speech, so I will just directly share the guidelines for prepared speech. For a 5 to 7 minutes prepared speech, I will show the green card at 5 minutes, a yellow card at the end of 6 minutes, and red card at the end of 7 minutes. For the prepared speeches, we have a grace period of 30 seconds on either side of the time limit. I'll present the timer report when called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mitesh. And now, to kick things off, I'd like to invite the three volunteers, that is, a tag team and a presiding officer, for a quick activity. So here's how it works. Each volunteer member will share a story about themselves that connects to the theme of New Year, New Me. But there's a twist. Keep us guessing whether the story reflects the old you, the new you, or the progress in you. So let's get started with the tag team and a presiding officer, Toastmaster Aditya.
As soon as you said it,
So
I
who will
thought
like
I
to go
was
first?
going to go second or third because I would need time to think.
So,
Just can you repeat once again? I missed the last part. So we have
okay.
to.
So, yes, what you have to do is you have to share a story, and it will be around the theme of New Year, New Me, but it should be about maybe it is the old you, the new you, or the you in progress. But we don't know. We will guess. Is it the old you? Is it a new you or the you in progress?
So we
So,
have to tell two stories.
no, you have to tell only one story, and we will guess
Okay.
which
So
story
you
it
will
is.
Yeah, I
guess.
think it's
Okay.
about two true and one false. This kind of activity,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
If
That's
I'm not
that's
wrong.
what I was thinking.
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
think
just tell
similar to.
one thing, one story, and we will guess
Okay,
which one is
okay.
that.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
Like in a story format. Okay.
If
Yeah,
someone
in a
wants,
story format.
if someone wants to go ahead, they can. I am just thinking, not able to.
Okay, Darshita, if you can just once more, if you can share the description of this activity, so I can also
Okay,
figure it out. You can give a minute, and till then, if Misha also wants to share, she can start with
okay,
it. Yeah, you can
okay.
describe the activity once more so that we can have little more clear idea about it.
So you have to share one story. It can be a
Okay,
story about what you are doing, what you will like to do. And then
okay,
the members, we will guess that whether the story reflects the person who is going to be you, the new person, the new you, or
okay,
the story that you have told us about the old you that you were before. Or is it someone that you are in progress, that you're progressing, you're continuously doing something about it.
okay. So you means the
So
members
who
have
would
to
like to
guess.
go
That,
first?
yes,
Yeah,
I will go first. But the members have to guess that the story is hypothetical or the real. If
yeah. So,
Okay,
so it is like, is it a new person or the old person, or are you that person right now?
okay, yeah, okay, older version, future version, or present version. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so if I have to start with my own story, so I would like to start with my school life. Like, how was I would like to describe my school life. How was I uh, during my school time? Okay, so when I talk about my school life, I would definitely say that when it comes to sports, I was, I think, really great at it. Like when it comes to, I was a head of the football team. I was something I was looking forward to a lot of sports activities as well, so I was maybe participating in sport activities, or maybe into event management or something like that. So I was more into everything. So during the school time I was into a lot of co-curricular activities. I was not good in academics, but I was more into co-curricular activities, whether it's annual function, whether it's sports day, or whether it's anything we have to celebrate, teachers day or anything. So I used to be at the forefront, so by taking initiatives and everything. So this is what that is what my school life was. So gradually, that was my older version, but gradually when I turned into college, it really got little low, due to, of course, a lot of other commitments, maybe academics, with my work. So that's what really reduced. So definitely I'm looking forward to take it back to that version. So that is what my story is. So my school life was very eventful, and now I'm looking forward to make it more eventful in future. So this is how my story. So you can guess it, if it is true, my older version is true, or my newer version is true. It's on you. Yeah.
I guess it's the work in progress you. Finally, you're working in progress to achieving that old person
Okay.
you were.
I think he wasn't as extroverted in school as he is now. It's
Okay.
yeah. So the same as Darshita
Okay. What
said.
others think? Toastmaster Tejal, Misha, and you can also share your opinions on my story. What do you think? Was I very much confident during school, or am I confident now? Because I think
You are way more
Um,
confident now. I have seen you grown,
yeah,
Mitesh. Like right from your first meeting till now, there has been immense improvements in your personality, your confidence, and the way you're leading everything. shows how confident you are and how much effort you're taking to improve yourself. So yes, this is what my take is. And I'm sure everybody will actually agree because everybody sees how much efforts you're taking.
Yeah,
I
thank you,
completely
Misha.
agree with Toastmaster Misha. I've been there for 6 months, but I have seen that change in Mitesh. Mitesh, what I had seen in my first meeting to now is way more confident, so passionate about doing things, multi-hatting all the meetings, and I can see a complete different Mitesh in last 6 months.
Yeah, thanks, Tejal and Misha. So yeah, pretty much what you have means guessed it. It is right that in my school life, of course, I wasn't actually very confident, and as I described my story, so I wasn't very much into a lot of events and everything. But now, of course, I'm looking for more leadership opportunities as well. So leading from the front and taking initiatives and everything. So of course now I'm looking for more potential learning opportunities than my school life. So of course now I'm in a more work in progress kind of a person. So yes, I think Darshita guessed it right. I'm in a work in progress mode. So where I am trying to transform myself from a more reserved person to a more open to opportunities. So that is my story. Yes, thank you, Darshita.
So wonderful. So nice. Toastmaster Mitesh. So now, who would like to go next? Our presiding officer.
All right. Uh, okay. So I'll tell this story now. Guess it in two parts. Was I like this? Then was I like this first? Then I changed again, or am I like that again? Guess it in parts, not just it's not real.
Okay.
I'll kind of I'm giving you a hint that that type of a person of me had like two phases. So there was a time when I was very active about fitness, diet, exercising, going for running or cycling every day. But that helped me lose weight as well. So I would like, it's not a very big story, but I would like for you to guess when was that phase of my life?
Okay.
You have to guess two parts.
I think that's the recent one because as far as I remember, you had told in our 150th meeting celebration that you had started.
Again, but I'm telling you again, there are two phases.
Okay. I think the first phase, the old you was not doing much, but the new you is like doing all these things, and right now you are, doing things, working on yourself, maybe.
Anyone else?
Maybe that was old you. You're trying to be like how you were before. You want to get this
Yeah,
physical fitness.
you got one part of the story right. So basically, during school and up until 11th standard, I was a very healthy child, but I was weighing almost 80 kgs in my 11th standard. So then I had lost weight in a year. Then there was a phase of 3 to 4 years where I was very conscious up until the end of engineering. Post that also, I used to do stuff, go to running at least and stuff. But again, in the last couple of years, because I've gotten pretty fit, I would say, compared to my previous school or what do you call adolescence version. But again, in the past 2 years, again that phase came, the low phase where no, fine, I'll just eat and enjoy. Yeah, that's about my story.
That's nice, Toastmaster Aditya. So yes, our grammarian, Toastmaster Misha, it's your turn now.
Sorry. Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So uh, this girl here has been a foodie throughout her life. She loves to eat.
I think we've lost her.
Yeah, I think so too.
Hello. Yeah, am I audible
Yeah,
now?
yeah, yeah.
Is that
We
okay?
lost
Yes, you're
you.
audible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my internet connection is very unstable. So I'm talking about this girl who has been a foodie. She loves to eat, and when she loves something, she does not even care about the amount. She just wants to stuff it. So that is one thing. She used to eat a lot, but then it started affecting her health. So she joined a fitness challenge. She lost few kgs, few inches, and then right now she's on the path of doing it, and um, she's halfway there because she has inculcated the diet, but the gymming has gone again. So now you have to tell me what is the sequence of this?
Yeah, I think the way you describe it, it is the correct sequence because I think
Exactly. I
earlier,
think it's the
yeah,
correct sequence.
you
Yeah,
are trying
exactly.
now to follow the diet and a lot of fitness routine, everything. So
You're
I think
Yes,
trying to
yes, yes.
revamp your schedule.
revamp your
Thank you
schedule.
so much. Thank you for starting it. Good one. Yes, absolutely true. I'm not a very good storyteller, to be honest. So this is one thing which I've come to learn in Toastmasters. I'm not good at prepared speeches or storytelling. I just like impromptu MOC and TMOD kind of roles, or obviously grammarians. So that is one thing which I'm against trying to inculcate in my revamp myself to make sure that I'm able to become effective communicator. So yeah, that's my story.
You may started on a clean slate to be there.
Yo,
Yeah.
good one, Tejas.
Thank you
Uh,
so much, all of you, for such wonderful stories. I think we achieved the aim of this activity that we can tell stories of a new you, the old you, and the work in progress. So now let's move forward to the first segment of our meeting, the prepared speeches. So before we begin, I'd like to call upon evaluator Toastmaster Tejal to introduce our first speaker and their speech objectives.
Just give me a moment, please. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. So we have our first speaker, Toastmaster Tushar. He is delivering his level 1 P4 speech. The purpose of this speech is of this project is to practice applying the feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during the club meeting. The purpose of the speech is for the member to demonstrate their ability to deliver an effective and respectful speech evaluation. He had received two feedback. Am I supposed to also mention what feedback he had received
yes,
last time?
yes, yes, Tejas.
Okay. So from the last meeting that from the last speech that he had delivered, couple of feedback that he had received and he had to work upon are while moving on the stage, he had to improve on the maintaining eye contact with the audience and taking a pause while delivering the speech were the two feedback that he had received. With that, I'd like to call upon Toastmaster Tushar for delivering his speech. Staying grounded, Toastmaster Tushar. Toastmaster Tushar, staying grounded.
Okay. Am I clearly audible and visible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. Okay. That's great. And thank you, Toastmaster Tejal, for introducing my speech. Okay, let me start. So, good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today, I'm attempting my L1P4 speech, that is evaluation and feedback. So, the title of my speech is Staying Grounded. So, in today's fast-paced world where technology, responsibilities, and constant rush pulls us in every direction, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, scattered, and disconnected. So, today I would like to share a practice with you all that can help bring balance, clarity, and calm to our lives. and that practice is called grounding. So, what is grounding? Grounding is a simple yet powerful technique that involves connecting with the earth and being fully present in the moment. It's about feeling centered, balanced, and rooted both physically and mentally. Grounding can be a lifesaver, especially when you are feeling stressed, anxious, or lost in the chaos of daily life. Now, everyone will have a question like why grounding matters. Our bodies are not just physical entities, they are energetic systems that interact with the environment. And Earth has a natural electric charge. And when we connect with it, we can restore balance to our bodies. And this connection can help reduce stress, improve sleep, and boost overall well being. But grounding goes beyond the physical benefits. It also nurtures our mental and emotional health. This simple act of connection can calm our minds, reduce anxiety, and help us to respond to the challenges with greater clarity and composure. Now, before we talk about the grounding techniques, let's talk about how helpful grounding techniques actually are. Grounding techniques helps bring our focus back to the present moment. Now, so whenever you feel like your anxiety is taking over you, grounding techniques helps you to refocus your attention on what's going on in that moment. Grounding techniques can be used in a variety of situations, like at work, at home, at social settings, or public speaking engagements like Toastmasters. Grounding can be practiced in many ways, and it doesn't require any special tools or lot of time and efforts. So here are a few techniques that I am going to share with you. Now, first technique is barefoot walking. One of the easiest ways to ground yourself is by walking barefoot, like on soil, on grass, or on sand. Feel the earth beneath your feet and let yourself connect with it. Now, second technique is breathing exercise. Sit on the ground, making a connection. Take deep and slow breaths, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. And with each exhale, imagine any stress or tension leaving your body and sinking into the earth. Now, third technique is staying present. One of the most common reasons why people develop anxiety is they're constantly worried about their future or what may happen next. Of course, staying present throughout the day can be a challenging and difficult, but one must try to stay present as much as possible. Now, the fourth technique is visualization technique. This is one of the meditation technique that involves visualizing yourself in a place where you feel secure, calm, and grounded. So find a place where you feel safe and comfortable. That place could be anywhere. It could be a garden, it could be a beach, or even own bedroom. And take time to visualize what it looks like, what it sounds like, and what it smells like, etc. Now, let me share how do I practice grounding. So, whenever I am feeling stressed, anxious, and disconnected, I follow breathing exercise and visualization technique to ease myself while remaining connected to the earth. As we go about our busy lives, let's not forget the importance of staying connected to ourselves, to each other, and to the earth. Grounding is a simple and powerful practice that reminds us of our roots and help us to thrive in the chaotic world. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Teja.
Thank you so much for your speech, Toastmaster Tushar. Now let's get to know each other better, the fun activity. So now, this is for you, Toastmaster Tushar. Have you ever taken New
Yeah.
Year's resolution? If yes, I challenge you to share them with us. But here's a twist. You must
Okay.
choose either storytelling or you can narrate it, like episodes of your life, like one episode, two episode, third episode. You can narrate it in episodes, or you can
Yeah,
tell a
okay.
story, or it can be sarcastic, or it can be
Yes.
satire. For example, if I had to share my resolution to hit the gym, I might say, on January 1st, I vowed to greet the treadmill every day. By January 3rd, the treadmill and I had already agreed to a long distance relationship. So this was sarcastic, so maybe you can do this. So let's hear
Yeah.
some resolutions.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster, great Toastmaster Darshita. Okay. I definitely have a New Year resolutions for me. So the things which I'm planning in the upcoming year is like to break the bad habits that I have. Now, one of the bad habits that I have is procrastination. So I always delay the doing the things at the right time and or the right place. So I would like to break that habit in the new year, and at the same time would like to build some good habits, like I want to invest more time in upskilling myself, learn new skill, revamp myself, so that that can help me whether at personal or at a professional front. So I like to see a new version of myself in the next year. So that's the things that I want to do in a new year. So those are my new year resolutions, to learn new things and help myself and start uh, at a clean slate. Yeah. So that's the thing I want to share with you all. Yeah. Over to you.
That is wonderful, Toastmaster Tushar. Now, I would like to call upon evaluator Toastmaster Tushar to introduce a second speaker and their speech objectives.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Darshita. So good morning, fellow Toastmasters. So today I feel honored to evaluate Toastmaster Tejal's speech. Now she is attempting her L1P4 speech, that is evaluation and feedback speech. The purpose of this project is to practice applying speech evaluation feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. So I wish Toastmaster Tejal best of luck for her speech, and the timing guidelines for the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. So over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Darshita.
So now, let us all welcome our second speaker, Toastmaster Tejal. All the best, Toastmaster Tejal.
Thank you so much. Just to confirm, am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are audible and visible, Toastmaster Teju.
Okay. So good morning, fellow Toastmasters. I'm here to deliver my L1 P4 speech. And the title of my speech is My First Job Interview. My first job interview experience was quite unexpected. I was attending a wedding when I got a call asking, hey, can you make it for a personal interview in 2 hours? Back then, there wasn't a thing called Zoom or WhatsApp on which these interviews happen. I was just few kilometers away from where their office was, and I was so desperate to get a job. I instantly agreed without even thinking much about my dress code or preparedness for an interview. It was only when I arrived that I realized that I was really overdressed for the occasion. Nevertheless, just in time, I arrived at their office. We were being seated in a conference room. The room looked very beautiful because this is the first time I was seeing any office. I saw some people were working and talking to each other also. I was feeling very nervous and thinking all sort of things like, what sort of questions will I be asked? How many people will be there in the panel? Look, the other candidates appear to be more confident than I am, etc., etc., etc. As my call came, again, I was very nervous and I didn't know what to do. As expected, the panelists were also surprised with my dressing. And then one of the panelists, hey lady, good morning. How are you today? I believe we called you from a wedding and you attended the interview. Good morning, sir. Yes, I was attending a wedding. As I was just few kilometers away, I thought I will accept this request and appear for an interview. The panelist again. We are so glad that you made it for this and very sorry for this last minute intimation. Me. No worries, sir. I will go back for the wedding after this interview. So that is absolutely okay. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I was really surprised by the way they conducted my interview. They made me feel so comfortable and all my inertia, my anxiety was cut off. I was feeling very light. The way they were talking to me, I didn't feel any pressure. And ultimately, I could answer all the questions with confidence. Post my interview, I genuinely wanted to join this organization because the way I was treated. Fortunately, the next day, I get a call from HR. HR, congratulations, Sejal. We've selected you for the role of executive in our company and expect you to join in 15 days. Me, excitedly. Thank you so much. I'm accepting this offer and will join the company in next 15 days. HR again. We'll send you the mail by end of the day today and expect you to share the required documents with us in next 2 days. Me. Sure, I will. I will send the documents in the given timeline. But this incident left me wondering, seriously, have I got this job? Why me? But with the time and experience, I came to realize that interviews don't always depend on the interviewee alone. A lot depends on the interviewer too. Later on, as I transitioned into HR, the tables turned and I became the one conducting interviews. My first time sitting across from the potential candidate, not as a nervous applicant, but as the one asking the questions. Believe me, I was more nervous than the candidate. To make things more complicated, the applicant was more senior than I was. The initial jitters were palpable. As I set up in the conference room, carefully reviewing the candidate's resume and preparing for my questions. One particular memorable moment was when the candidate, seemingly unprepared, began to falter when I asked about technical details related to their job. That reminded me of my first instance of my first interview. So instead of dismissing him, I took a moment to probe further, discovering his genuine passion for the field and his eagerness to learn, which turned out to be quite helpful. And I feel he left the room with less pressure and with a lot of ease. With this, I could conclude the interview with some meaningful questions. And finally, I was at ease. Gosh, the interview is over. These were my experiences with my first job interview from both the perspective, interviewer as well as interviewee. My key takeaway from these experiences is that conducting an interview is as challenging as being the interviewed. And in both scenarios, preparation is essential. And one critical factor to the success is self-confidence. And the foundation for self-confidence lies in thorough preparation. That's my time. Thank you so much for patiently listening. Over to you, Toastmaster Darshita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tejal. So now I have some activity for you. So let's get those creative juices flowing. I'll give you some options and you have to pick a character and think what that character's New Year resolution will be. So the characters are a software engineer in the 30s, a bakery chef, and a strategy head for a new MNC. And so now you have to think what will be
Strategy head for, sorry.
a strategy head for a MNC, like a big firm,
Okay.
a multinational company. So a software engineer in their 30s, a bakery chef,
Chef,
and a strategy head.
strategic
Yeah,
head in
chef
elements.
and a strategy head in the, yeah. So now you have to think what their new year resolution will be. What do you think about that?
Okay. A software engineer will have a new resolution of developing that new application and going live, which he's been working for a long time now. Bakery chef will want to open his own outlet or own bakery shop, and strategic head would have a strategy to multifold the business or the revenue of the organization with cutting down the cost.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tejal. But do you see what happened here? When I gave the three topics, when I gave three characters, we thought, okay, if they are software engineer, maybe the resolution will be to create a software. If it is a chef, maybe they want to create a new bakery. But this activity aims to reveal how we often stereotype people based on their profession. For instance, when we saw, okay, if it's a bakery chef, they want a new bakery. Strategy head wants a strategy, and a software engineer wants a new app. But maybe the real goal is to run a marathon. What would we know? So now this is what happens. We usually stereotype people. So as in, okay, this is the HR, so maybe the HR wants new candidates. But maybe the HR's real goal is to spend time with their family. So that is how we stereotype people and we stereotype our goals. So whatever profession we are in a life, maybe I'm a student, maybe I'm a working professional, but maybe my goal is to maybe read 30 books, read 22 books in a year. So that is how we revamp ourselves. And there are some times where we start with a clean slate, but it all depends on what we want and not the stereotype of what we actually are. So now let's move on with the third speech. I would like to call upon the evaluator, Toastmaster Mitesh, to introduce our third speaker and the speech objectives.
Sorry, Darshita. Actually, Toastmaster Visha won't be giving a speech today because she is a grammarian for today's meeting, but she will take up the her prepared speech in any other scheduled meeting. So today her speech is cancelled, so she won't be appearing as a prepared speaker. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for telling us about this, Toastmaster Mitesh. So now let's transition into table topics. But before we dive into table topics, here's a question for everyone. Have you ever set a New Year's resolution only to break it in the first month? So yes, who would like to go first?
Every year.
Yeah, every
Very
time.
true.
Any instance would you like to share with us?
Yeah, like I would like to share, like when we talk about New Year resolutions, of course, I have that motivation that the
You're muted.
um, yeah, I think there's some disturbance outside, so I will talk later. Anyone else can
Okay.
go first.
Toastmaster Tejal, would you like to go?
Right. Let me try. So yes, when I take my past instance where I used to give a lot of focus in terms of health, exercise, be really committed to it, and you know, in a year I had achieved the goal which I wanted to in terms of a weight loss. But after achieving that goal, somewhere I got deviated. Every year, while we are at the in the month of December, I think about revamping my schedule and starting it on a new slate to achieve the new milestone. But last 2 years, I haven't been successful. So it goes on for 15-20 days. But again, then you get in so busy with your regular schedule that your health, fitness goes on a backstage. But yes, this year again, I would want to revamp and start on a clean slate. Let's see how successful I am.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tejal. Now, Toastmaster Aditya.
All right. So I think I would mention a thing or a resolution which is common to everyone, which is about maintaining a healthy sleep schedule and maintaining health, because I think all the other things, be it for a student it's studies, and for a working professional it's work, that's something very common and very subjective. But the resolution of sleeping early, keeping the phone away about 1 or at least a half hour ago before sleeping, that is a resolution that I tried to follow this year. But from what I say, I think I've only been successful like 50 or 60%. But I came to a very important realization that whenever we take a resolution, it's important to actually revamp it periodically during the year, because there is an instance where you follow it for a particular period of a month or a few weeks, but then the slate is wiped clean. You have to start again. So it's not just about taking the resolution just on a New Year day, but following it and reminding ourselves at least once in 2 months that, okay, we had this resolution, and if we are off track, getting back on it again.
That is so insightful, Toastmaster Aditya. So yeah, so let's move forward with the table topic. So resolutions often challenge us to step outside of our comfort zones, but they also reveal our habits and resilience. With this in mind, let's move on to the impromptu segment of our meeting and ponder upon, should we revamp ourselves and have a clean slate, or should just we be ourselves? Okay, so now for the table topics. Who would like to go first? Okay, yes, Toastmaster Aditya.
Let's get it done with in the first go.
Okay, so the question for you is, can we be a completely different version of ourselves because the calendar dates have changed? I repeat, can we be a completely different version of ourselves because the calendar dates have changed?
Okay, so thank you, Toastmaster Darshita. Very interesting topic, since we're on almost on the New Year's Eve. Everybody's talking about resolutions, but I honestly and frankly feel the original person or the things in a person can be changed, be it habits or be it something a person wants to learn or inculcate, but the original core self of the person usually doesn't change, and I think that's a very good thing. A person should not change completely, a person should change only to get better, and that's what everyone does. And frankly, what I think is, New Year resolutions change you as a person only of only the external aspects, that are your habits, the people around you, the work you're doing. For a student, it's studying in a better way, and that in all contributes to the person changing a little on the positive side. But again, the core self of a person always remains the same. Every person has their that childishness in them, that the mature person in them once you turn into an adult. So that's something I think resolutions and the current self always goes on in balance, and not on any one side being considered being lopsided. Yeah, that's
Thank you
from my
so
end.
much,
Thank you,
Toastmaster
Toastmaster.
Aditya. Yeah, that was quite a good idea about it. You should all think about this, what Toastmaster Aditya said. So, next, who would like to go? Okay, Toastmaster Misha. Okay, so here is my question for you. What do you think of resolutions as depressive or motivational? I will repeat. What do you think of resolutions as depressive or motivational?
Okay, thank you, Darshita, Toastmaster Darshita, for that thought-provoking question. Well,
You are not audible,
yourself.
Toastmaster
Hello.
Misha.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, right now you're audible. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry for the unstable internet connection. Okay, so what I was saying is, in my opinion, um, our goals or New Year resolutions are motivational because it's you have motivation, right? So it is always better to have something to motivate you. Maybe you might not follow it, but it is always nice to have a resolution so that you know what you have to do in life. Maybe you might not follow it or may follow it, that is a different thing. But we all should have maybe small or big resolutions in life because it will help us understand what are our priorities, what needs to be done to become better versions of ourselves. So, for me, Toastmaster Darshita, it is New Year resolutions are motivation, not just for me because maybe, but for others as well. Maybe like Aditya said, Toastmaster Aditya said, working on this sleep schedule. So that is a small resolution, but it will leave a huge impact on his life, on his mental health, on his physical health. So such even he may or may not follow it. Maybe follow it for some time, then he might not follow it. But even if he follows it for 5 or 10 days, there will be some impact on his life. So having those helps us follow a path. So yes, in all that was my time that they are motivational, and I feel everybody should have some or the other New Year resolution, which they feel is
Toastmaster Misha? Yeah, okay.
yeah. Sorry, I think I've completed my answer. I hope that was visible or audible for
Yeah,
everyone.
that was your answer was audible.
Thank
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Misha. So, who would like to go next? Okay, Toastmaster Tejal. Okay. So, here is my question for you. Do you think resolutions are a marketing gimmick to get people to buy things they won't use afterwards? For example, a person buys a yoga mat but doesn't use it. Example me. So, yeah, do you think resolutions are a marketing gimmick, a marketing thing to get people to buy things they won't use afterwards?
All right. Thank you so much. In fact, it's a real good question and genuinely a thought provoking for all of us, right? To some extent, I agree that New Year resolution, especially when it comes to fitness or the health, it is to a great extent marketing gimmick. Okay, the way we started with following at least 10,000 steps a day, people were compelled to track the number of steps that they take, for which they started marketing for a pedometer. Initially, it started a wearable, thing in your neck as a pedometer, which then came as a, step tracker. Now it is inbuilt into watches. So of course there are evolution which happens, but to a great extent they have linked it to sell the product. They have linked it to the health and fitness, which compels people to buy it for them. And just by buying doesn't mean that overnight or over a period of 2 3 months you're going to become healthy and you're going to start following. What is important is to keep at it, be disciplined, and to follow your routine, right? Just by buying the product doesn't make anybody healthy. But yes, they link it as a marketing thing to sell their own products. So, I mean, so I completely agree, partially agree that yes, some of the things that they sell are linked to the New Year resolution for them to increase their sales.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tejal. That was actually what was in my mind when thought of this question, because we see that these things like when the growth of Instagram and Reels and Facebook, all the ads, we see such things and then we are like, okay, we will do this and we will be, we will resolve upon doing this. And sometimes that revamping thing which is goes in the head doesn't actually work, and we end up buying a yoga mat. It sits in the house for 8 months and has not been used. So yeah, that's
Also, the
happened.
gym membership. So they
Yeah.
have the offers during the month of December and January because people have the resolution. So to increase their sales, They have the offers in the gym membership.
Yeah, they do.
That reminds me of a very uh, latest offer by Apple and HDFC Ergo. They have paired up and they've mentioned that you can buy the Apple Watch, and for the whole year, if you complete 10 or 15,000 steps every day, uh, the watch will be free of cost at the end of year, something like that. I'm pretty sure they'll earn a good chunk of money, but
Yeah, they
only a
sure will.
handful of people will complete that goal every day. So indeed a marketing gimmick.
But for all that we know, Aditya, those who complete it, okay, it'll come with a lot of ifs and buts and with a lot of conditions. So they may not end up getting it.
Yeah, that
Absolutely.
is true.
You're bound to miss it on at least one day.
Okay,
Absolutely.
yes. So who would like to go next?
Yeah, I will.
Toastmaster Tushar?
Yeah.
Okay. So for you, my question is, what, in your opinion, should be included in resolutions? I will repeat. What, in your opinion, should be included in resolution?
Okay. Thank you, table topping master, Toastmaster Darshita. That's indeed a nice question. Yeah, what could be included in New Year resolutions? It depends from person to person and what their goals are and what they want to achieve in a new year. It could be personal, it could be a professional. So I believe including everything like that helps you to revamp yourself and which makes you a better version in a new year. So I think those uh, resolutions should be included in our new year. So just achieving a personal goals or professional goals doesn't matter, but what you want to achieve is I think that should be included in our new year resolutions. So for me, like what I want to include in the new year as a resolution is to first is to upskill myself that will help me professionally, and the second thing that I want to include in my resolutions are improving or leveraging my communication skills that will help me to become a better communicator or a confident speaker, whether at a public engagements or professional engagements. So yeah, that's it from my end. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tushar. Now, who would like to go next? Anyone?
Hi, Darshita. I would like to go next.
Okay, Toastmaster Mitesh. So yes, my question to you is, have you ever made resolution? Did they work or not? Or if they did not work, how did you feel afterwards? Was it sad? Was it, were you questioning yourself? How did it feel when the resolutions did not work?
Uh,
Sorry,
okay.
you want me to manage your time since you're going to be speaking?
Yes. Yeah. Please, you can do the
Sure, I'll
timing.
do that. I'll do that.
Okay. Thank you, Darshita. That was a wonderful question, I would say, about New Year resolutions. Yes, of course, I have made, I think, a lot of resolutions every year, but of course, it didn't. Some worked and some didn't work. So, if I talk about a resolution which didn't work, I would say is of course one is upskilling. Of course, a lot of I have made it every time that I would focus on self learning. I would focus on taking self initiative. So of course a lot of times it didn't work. I made a goal that this time I will learn this particular skill, or I'll develop a particular hobby for me that will help me to become more active physically and mentally. So this is something that of course I've made it many a times, but it didn't work. And gradually, but of course I focus on small steps concept, that taking a one step at a time will definitely help me to achieve a lot of goals at a smaller level. So I made that kind of a sequence in my mind, that of course if it is small to big, if it is basic to advanced, then only I will able to achieve certain goals. Because if I make a goal that I have to, for example, in terms of health or fitness, or in terms of upskilling as well, if I say that I want to learn swimming this year, so it might not be a very clear goal. So I have to take up what exactly with the swimming. So first I will learn the techniques. Okay, certain techniques I can learn, or I will reach out to some coach who can help me to understand what are the necessary precautions that we have to take before before we have to take the training for swimming, or what other things important. So of course I will start with a basic steps, and then I will reach to advanced level, not directly jumping into some bigger goals. So that is what my thing is, that when you set a new year resolution, you should be more clear about it. Take a small step, not one thing that I will read 30 books in a day. Just 30 books in a year. I will say that I will read at least one book in a, a year. So it is achievable, right? So setting achievable goals would definitely help. So that is my take. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mitesh, and I'm sure we will all keep this in mind. Okay, so now I feel I have some more questions. Will anyone like to go again? Is there anyone? Okay, Toastmaster Aditya. First I'll take Toastmaster Aditya and then Toastmaster Misha. So, Toastmaster Aditya, what will you suggest your past self to take as a resolution? I repeat, what will you suggest your past self to take as a resolution?
All right. So, what I will suggest my past self to work upon in the next year, which I didn't in the current year, is to stop procrastinating. I think that's a common for everyone here. Secondly, is to focus on health. And third, that's something I have read somewhere. So, that's not my original one, is to surround yourself with excellence. So, if you are starting a movie, let's say in 2025, but if in 10 minutes if you feel it's not a good movie, then just shut it off. Only watch an excellent movie, read only excellent books, eat good food. Good food doesn't mean eating outside or from restaurants, but home cooked food, spending time with family. So some stuff like that, that's something I would suggest my current self to improve upon in the next year. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aditya. I'm sure you will be able to achieve all that. All the best for that. So, yes, Toastmaster Misha, you would like to go next?
Sure.
Okay, Toastmaster Misha. So, the question I have for you is um, do you like the concept of resolution? Like, do you like the concept of resolution? And, or do you think it is a waste of time and energy? Do you like the concept of resolution? Or do you think it is a waste of time and energy?
Thank you so much. It's pretty much similar to what I was asked previously,
Yeah.
but yes, a bit different as well. So I do like the concept of resolutions because, as I said previously, and I reiterate, it actually helps us set up some goals. Being able to achieve it or not is a completely different thing, but it is important for us to have goals. For example, I had a goal to complete my pathway, leave alone pathway. I'm not even able to complete my level. So Mitesh has been pushing me time and again to complete my speeches. But yes, I was a few things which I did was I made sure that I give more speeches, which I did this year. So I did that, and I also
Toastmaster Misha?
yeah. Am I audible and visible?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe you
So
can keep your camera switched off, which may help in network.
yeah, my bandwidth is always okay. So am I audible clearly?
Yes, you are audible.
So yes. So coming back to the question, resolutions are never a waste of time because just like we make a to-do list every day. It helps us understand what are our priorities, what we need to do. So similarly, resolutions are to-do list for the whole year and not the day. So it will help us understand what we need to prioritize, maybe not in the first month, but throughout the year, we keep giving ourselves time and chances to understand and get back to those resolutions because anyways, we all set resolutions to become better persons, to improve ourselves. So yes, resolutions, we all should make resolutions, and they are never a waste of time, since we have to make sure we have a certain aim, we have direction, and so sometimes you just need a direction. And once you get that direction, the speed of walking can be different, but you need a direction. So these resolutions give us directions in life. So yes, for to sum it up, resolutions are important and they are never a waste of time. In fact, not having resolutions are a waste of time because that
Thank
way
you
you
so
never
much.
know.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Misha. I think, not I, and we all think that you have continuously told us, so yes, we should keep resolutions and they are not a waste of energy. And we will all keep this in mind. So yes, now for the last staple topic, who would like to go? Anyone? It's the last question.
Everyone is done for once.
Yeah, but
Okay, then
just
I'll
one
go
last.
if anyone else doesn't want to
Okay,
go.
Toastmaster Aditya for the third
I
time.
haven't
Yes.
attended meetings for like a month or two now.
Yes, yes, you should definitely
So
speak
I'll
So
more.
you're making it up for that.
making it up,
Yeah,
making up for it now.
okay. So this is a question which maybe you will be able to relate with. So my question is, why is fitness one of the most common resolutions, but one which is the least followed? I will repeat. Why is fitness one of the most common resolution, but one which is least followed?
All right. So, what is the most important thing before or after money in person's life? As you know, it's health. Uh, but what it is also something which every one of us and most humans tend to ignore in the first place, and it's always a second priority for everyone, especially in the adulthood. From the age of 20 to let's say 30. So once people turn up to 30, 35, they get those instincts. So like we are aging 50 now. Now we start focusing on health. But I think the most we ignore our health is in the 20s. At least while we are in school, we tend to at least think something, oh no, I'm not feeling well and stuff like that. But in the age of 18, 20, we are the most careless about our health, having sleepless nights, watching movies. But again, that is something that needs to be done in that age to actually realize that health is important and we should focus on it, because unless and until you bear the brunt, you don't get to know what you have to improve. And uh, that is why I feel every year, because everyone in the back of their mind knows that something is not going well on the health part and we need to improve. But as human nature is, focusing on ourselves is never an easy thing, especially when it comes to health, because whatever we do is going to impact our health. And again, it's a trade-off. Do you want to go to that party or focus on health and sleep early? Do you want to eat your favorite dish, but no, it will cause acidity? Well, again, it's like trade-offs. So I think that's why health is one of the most uh, the resolution that is taken up by most people every year. And also, I hope every one of you who takes the health resolution this year fulfills it for the next year, or at least partly fulfills it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aditya. That was very sweet and very, insightful, I may say. Okay, so now I have an activity for all of you. For that, just take a piece of paper or your phone with you. And okay, I'll start. As we look forward towards the future, let us all take a moment to reflect. So grab a piece of paper or your phone and write down three things that you want to achieve in 2025. And once you've noted, I'd love for a few volunteers to share their goals with us and explain why they chose them. This exercise is about thinking ahead and getting inspired by each other's dreams. So, yes, take your time and write three goals that you would like to achieve in 2025. So, is everyone done? Can we start? Okay. So, I suppose you all have written the three things that you would like to achieve in 2025. So, will any one of you share and explain why are those three things on the list? Anyone? Okay, Toastmaster Misha.
Okay, so I three things which I want to achieve. I know pretty cliched, but yes, fit body. So
Okay.
I do not want a slim, trim body or not aesthetic, but a fit body, so that I can walk and not get exhausted. I can run around. I can do normal things and not get exhausted. So not be lazy, having a fit body. So that is one thing. Second is I want to have more patience. So this is a very difficult thing to do. I have been trying a lot, but having trying to develop patience is a very difficult process. That I become a better version, because patience is a virtue and it's imperative that we all have it. Because patience helps you think more and understand the situations rather than being aggressive and just react. So it is not fair to be impulsive, be patient and understand the whole scenario, because sometimes we misjudge because we are not patient. And misjudging situations creates a way more complicated situations for us. And third is financial stability. So I need to learn more about finances, managing finances, investments, and how to gain that financial stability, because we all know money is the most important thing we all need to have. And even for good health, you want money, because good health comes from good food, good gymming, good. So everything requires money. I will never say money is not important. Money is the most important thing in the world. So until and unless I have financial stability, everything will follow them. So yes. So these are my three goals which I need to follow, and I hope I am able to achieve at least half of it. I'm not aiming for the whole thing, because we are human to err is human. So yes, that is one thing. Yeah, so that's my time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Misha, and all the best for this. I hope you achieve all of them and maybe even more things as you continue to revamp yourself with each the coming months. So congratulations and all the best for this. Who would like to go next? Okay, Toastmaster Tejal.
So I've categorized my goals for 2025 in three categories. One is personal, professional, and a learning goal. Okay. And I would say all the three are interlinked. When I say personal goal, I agree with Misha. I'm not looking at a slim trim or size zero, but I'm looking at a better health in order to have more productivity in terms of whatever that I do. In terms of a professional growth, I would say I want to grow my wealth at least by 20% than what I am currently. Okay, that's a smart goal that I would like to have. And in terms of a learning, I want to enroll myself for a further education program. I've been wanting to do PhD for a long time, but somehow just not been able to manage it. So if I have better health, of course, I would be able to do more in terms of enrolling myself for PhD. That will somewhere help me in my professional journey, which will help me in growing my wealth to 20%.
That is so good and so ambitious, Toastmaster Tejal. I
We,
may
we
say,
need
I
we need a
applaud you for
party
this.
once that happens.
Yes, of course, we do need a party for this.
It is so
And
Both
Party we can
systematic
have
and
both
otherwise
both,
organized.
also.
both PhD and 20% appreciation in wealth.
Party we can have otherwise also. It has no subjectivity to achieving this.
yeah,
The special
well,
for
that's
this one.
okay. All the best, Toastmaster Tejal. Yes, come on, who's next?
Yeah, I would like to go to Master Darshita.
Okay, after you, Toastmaster Tushar. Okay, go Toastmaster Timitesh.
Yeah, okay. So for me, the three goals I have set, okay, these are a little bit vague it could be, but anyway, okay. So my first goal is setting goals in the right direction. As I mentioned earlier as well in my table topic speech, that achievable goals is really important. You can't just set the resolution that I want to maintain a good health, or I want to maintain as I think Tejal also mentioned 20% wealth. So it is more quantifiable that yes, this is something that I will do. So it is more clear goal. So of course, setting clear goals setting goals in the right direction, setting small goals but right goals. So that is what my first resolution would be. Second resolution is keeping up the momentum at existing initiatives. So I want to be consistent with the momentum that I have set this year and to be continue with. At least not if I'm not able to raise it, at least I do not want to lower it. So whatever the momentum I have set this year, I want to be consistent with it next year as well. And the third thing is, of course, adaptation and patience as well. I think I can relate with Misha as well that patience is something really important. Lot of things, uh, when it comes to, I don't know, behavioral or it comes to something that focus as well. I think patience is really really important when it comes to behavior and focusing on your goals and uh, in your day-to-day routine as well. So you need to be very patient. If something is not happening today, in the present, you should consider it that it will happen in the future at some point. You should leave it in the hands of universe, I would say. So because if you do not have control on certain things, you cannot do anything about it. External circumstances, you don't have control on that. You have control over yourself, so you can adapt to it. So adaptation and patience both are linked to it. If you are not able to control certain things, you should adapt to it. That is what I say. So that is what my third resolution would be: adaptation and patience. Yeah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mitesh, and all the best for this. I hope your working progress, your aim of being consistent is achieved this year. So, yes, for the last Toastmaster Tushar, let us all know about your goals.
Yeah, sure. So the three goals which I have set, or three resolutions which I have set for the year 2025 is, the first thing is building a good habits. Now, like it could be like focusing on my health, focusing on fitness, doing a regular exercise, and time management, or stop procrastinating the things. So I just want to improve on those things and build good habits. And like a second thing is learning new skills, whether it's a personal or for professional use. So I'm planning to learn new skills, new technical skills, new communication skills that will help me to become a better version of myself. Now, third goal is like a communication and leadership skills. So that is the one reason I joined the Toastmaster, and for that, even I have participated in the elections that held last Sunday. Now, being a XCOM member, I look forward to improve my leadership skills, communication skills, and help Toastmaster Club to grow. Yeah, so those are the things which I have in my mind for the next year.
That is so wonderful, Toastmaster Tushar, and I wish you all the best for this. I hope you
Yeah,
upskill yourself. You do good
yeah,
in this, and your next year is filled with good positivity and very much, that energy. Yes, you're doing it. So,
yeah.
yes, now I feel it's time. Okay, Toastmaster Misha.
Toastmaster Darshita, all of us want to know what are your three goals for this year?
Okay, so as of that, I was thinking of, I always do this thing that at the end of the year, on 31st December, I sit for some time before New Year and I think of myself, what did I do in this year? How was my year? And based on it, I think, okay, this is what maybe I can do. So I will say, I have not yet, I don't have my resolutions now. It will happen on, no, it will happen on 10 p.m. on 31st December when I will sit with myself and think, okay, what should I do the next year? So yeah, that is my answer.
I'll go next time left. I am not going
Okay,
to
okay.
leave a chance to participate in today's meeting. I have to get the words flowing after so many
Yes,
meetings.
yes, yes.
I feel a bit rusty. So, like jokes apart, I have also categorized my goals in three kind of aspects. That is mind, body, and soul, you can say. So, when it comes to mind, it would be to equip myself with new skills, be it technical, soft skills, reading more books, getting more knowledge, studying for what I want to, and reducing screen time, but and ensuring that the screen time is only for productive purposes. Uh, Difficult goal to achieve, but yeah, let's be gutsy. Second would be to have a positive outlook, have a peaceful or calm mindset. So that includes reducing anxiousness, reducing procrastination, and being more patient, be it with situations, people, whatever. And third would be maintaining good health, both physical and mental health. So that includes sleeping early, not thinking too much about things, um, having a good fitness schedule, at least showing up every day, whatever you might do. You might just run 1 kilometer, but at least going for that run. And third would be to eat good food, home cooked food. I have failed miserably in that aspect this year. And the last would be to give the best possible effort in all of the above mentioned things. Yeah, that's that.
I may say,
Thank you.
Toastmaster Aditya, these are pretty difficult ones, but I'm sure you will be able to achieve them. Yeah. So I feel we all have our resolutions in place and we are energized for the new year. But now it is time for the third segment of our meeting. It's time for general evaluation. Please welcome our general evaluator, Toastmaster Aditya, will share feedback on today's meeting and the prepared speeches. Toastmaster Aditya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Darshita. So hello everyone. We are here for the last segment of this meeting. That is the general evaluation. So to start with, I think we started the meeting a little late, 5 to 7 minutes. Considering only 6 people were attending, we could have started on time. But yes, that's something we think of improving in every meeting. But okay, fine. We need to improve it fractionally, partially with each meeting. Second would be the that is Toastmaster Mitesh opened the meeting very beautifully, explained all the rules and regulations that we need to follow in the meeting. The PO address was and could be better since I took it for the first time. The next Toastmaster of the day, we can all thank Toastmaster Darshita today to have brought up and thought of this topic for today's meeting, which perfectly resonated with everyone. It's like the hot commodity selling in the market right now, New Year resolutions. And the opening was again very scintillating and very catchy. Next, coming up to the role bearers, where each role bearer, be it the grammarian, counter, and the timer, gave their respective explanations of their roles. I would suggest here that again, time and again, we discuss it every time that let's have a personalized introduction to that role. Sometimes it can also be in terms of uh, in line with the meeting, connecting that with the meeting. Yeah. So at the start of the meeting, it was amazing to hear everyone sharing their experiences of the current year that they had, what they think of doing in the next year. And, yeah. So I think before going forward, let us have the speech evaluations done. So for the speech evaluation, I would first like to um, invite on stage Toastmaster Tejal to evaluate the speech.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aditya. All right. So my task as an evaluator is to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Tushar. I feel evaluations directs us to prepare our next performance from the past and today's experiences. And no speech is complete without being evaluated. I must say, Toastmaster Tushar, the speech that you delivered was a very well delivered, very well explained. I really enjoyed listening to your speech. You did a good job of engaging everyone to your speech. I noticed that the several areas where you had improved since last speech was the thing that stood out for me was taking correct pauses, which helped all of us to internalize what you were trying to convey, and which was also the area that you were asked to improve. And I can very well observe that you have practiced that area as well as your body language, and you've completely revamped the way you delivered this speech previously. I thought, in particular, the effective area of your speech was when you also added your own experience, in that speech. And in your topic, of course, the topic which was very interesting, the way you have described the 4 techniques that were explained very well, which are very simple and I would say relatable to most of us. So with that, if I have to mention the areas of improvement, it could be, since the objective was to assess the vocal variety, some level of active or passive speaking could have been included. That is the only thing which I would say. But to summarize, I would say it was very well explained. I was really impressed by your speech, and I see a great improvement, deal of improvement in this. So thank you for speaking today, and looking forward to listening to more excellent speeches from you on different topics in future. Thank you, Toastmaster Tushar. Sorry, over to you, General Evaluator.
So next up, we'll have Toastmaster Tushar. He's our second evaluator, and he will evaluate Toastmaster Tejal's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Tushar.
Okay. Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Aditya. So today I had a privilege to evaluate the Toastmaster Tejal's speech, and she was attempting her L1P4 speech. So first of all, I would like to give a kudos to a Toastmaster Tejal to deliver such an impeccable speech. I could see the speech was prepared diligently. It was informative and insightful. Your facial expressions and smile on your face were perfect, and that added a flavor to your speech. Now, talking about the content, it was well structured, organized, and it had smooth transitions. You were able to fit all the information and the scenarios within the specified time limit. The way you introduced your first interview experience, your curiosity about how well it will go and how you can fare in your first interview, and the way you did the role play of yourself and the HR grabbed my attention. And I think adding your own experience and story really added a remarkable impact to your speech. You clearly articulated your thoughts, and I think that was impressive. Now, talking about the body language, like your hands or physical gestures were effective and attention grabbing. You made a perfect eye contact with the audience, which is a good sign of keeping audience engaged even when you are switching between the roles. Your facial expressions and the smile on your face were perfect. That added a flavor to your speech. Now, talking about the vocal variety, I think the volume and pitch of the speech was good. You use the different tones appropriately for playing your role and playing the role of a HR at the right time. And when you are describing the interview scenarios, so I was able to visualize or resonate with it. Like, I think I can grab few inputs or suggestions from that for attending my interviews. And words like palpable suggest that you had a good range of vocabulary. So I could see energy and confidence in your speech. Now, having said that, one potential area where I can see you can improve is like when you want to showcase your stage movements, you could have delivered this speech in offline meetings. So you could have used the stage space much better. To summarize, overall, it was a wonderful speech. You clearly reflected on your feedback, your improvements, and I look forward to hear more speeches from you. Yeah, thank you. So over to you, General Director Toastmaster Aditya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tushar. Thank you both to the both evaluators for those wonderful evaluations. Next up, we'll also have the tag team report, and then we'll go forward with the evaluation of the whole meeting. So for the grammarian evaluation, I invite Toastmaster Misha to present her grammarian report.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Toastmaster Aditya. It was a fun meeting and many kudos to Darshita, Toastmaster Darshita, for such a great, uh, engaging session. We really all had a lot in our mind, which you help us express. So thank you so much. And there were some brilliant use of vocabulary today. One very good thing was that there were no grammar mistakes or pronunciation mistakes, to be honest. And this shows how everyone is working so hard and making efforts to become better communicators, make sure to use the word of the day and inculcate good vocabulary in their speeches and normal communication. So kudos to all of you. Many, many congratulations. This makes my job very, very easy because I don't have to think much, just enjoy the session. So I just would like to thank Toastmaster Tejal, Toastmaster Darshita, Toastmaster Aditya, Toastmaster Mitesh.
Toastmaster Michelle, you are paused.
think,
We can't hear
yeah,
We
you.
yeah,
lost her, I
I think
think.
you're back online. Yes.
Yeah, I'll just disable or I'll switch off my video for better bandwidth.
Yeah, no
Okay.
problem.
So yeah, the Toastmaster, sorry, word of the day was used by Toastmaster Tejal, Toastmaster Darshita, Toastmaster Aditya, Toastmaster Mitesh. Toastmaster Tushar, I did not hear the use of word of the day or the idiom of the day from your end. I'm sorry if I
Yeah, he
missed it,
used it.
but I
He
can.
used it.
I believe I used those revamped and clean slate.
Okay. Okay. So thank you so much. All the participants today use the word of the day and the idiom of the day, especially Toastmaster Tejal, who used it multiple times. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Tejal. Moving on, we have use of some very, very good vocabulary. A lot of it has been uh, contributed alone by Toastmaster Tushar. So, Toastmaster Tushar, your evaluation was bang on, and a lot of words which you used helped me make my grammarian report. So, thank you, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank.
So, some of the words which we were used today was inertia, genuine, falter, equip, scintillating, palpable, internalize, diligent, impeccable, pair, impact, articulate, and reflect. So thank you so much for adding these vocabulary, which we all have heard and will surely try to put this in our day-to-day communication. Apart from that, I have not come across any incorrect usage of grammar or pronunciation. So thank you all of you for being such great Toastmasters and working towards being better communicators. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Misha. You're not audible again.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Over to you, Toastmaster, General Value to Toastmaster Aditya.
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Misha, for that wonderful and cheerful evaluation. Next up, I would like to invite Toastmaster Mitesh. He will present both the timer and our counter report. Over to you,
Uh,
Toastmaster Mitesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aditya. So I will present both the reports as the timer and the R counter. So for R counter, I have prepared my report on the basis of observation. So I would present my report from my notebook. Okay, when talk about as an R counter report, I've observed. I think to in today's meeting, actually, I observed that all the speakers were quite fluent with their speeches, and whenever they took the stage, whenever they shared their ideas, whenever they shared their thoughts, they were very much fluent and patient while speaking. So I except me, I believe, because I can consider that my of course more than 5 times I've used that habit of ahs and ums. Ahs majorly. Once I will refer to the live on YouTube, I will definitely come to know about lot of ahs and ums. So of course, I will definitely consider myself in this R counter report that I have used a lot of ahs. And about Darshita, I would like to mention here that about the pauses, that she needs, she can take a lot of pauses while making the transition from one section to another. Like when it comes to Toastmaster of the day to a table topic master, or transitioning from one activity to another. So pauses can definitely more useful while delivering this kind of a continuous flow of speaking. So I believe that yes, this can be very helpful. Pauses are really helpful, but not too long pauses. Very medium pauses after one section, and then you can move to next section. So this way, this thing. So of course, I and Darshita, I believe we have to focus on the respective areas of fluency. And other than that, I don't think so. Any other speaker has a lot of issues with fluency. All the speakers were quite fluent with their speaking. Okay, so now I will present my timers report. So I'll just share my screen. Just a minute. Okay, here is it. Okay, is my screen visible? Okay, so here are here is the timing report. Okay, we if we start with the prepared speeches, Toastmaster Tejal took 6 minutes 17 minutes in her prepared speech, and Toastmaster Tushar took 5 minutes 3 minutes 5 minutes 3 seconds, and both are qualified as the prepared speakers. And when we talk about table topics, there are multiple attempts in the table topics today, but I think all are qualified with I think all the attempts. There are I think few in Toastmaster Aditya, I think there was one speech where he missed the timing qualified timing limit, so it was 52 seconds. Otherwise, all the speeches were within the time limits. And about the speech evaluation, Toastmaster Tejal took 3 minutes 21 seconds, and Toastmaster Tushar took 2 minutes 33 seconds. So both are qualified in the speech evaluation as well. So of course, both were appearing for the same project, which is L1 Project 4, and both the sections, speech evaluation and the prepared speech, was a part of their project. So I believe both of them coordinated well with each other, because I suggested them. So I'm glad. I think Toastmaster Tushar and Toastmaster Tejal, both of them as a speech evaluator. I think this is the very first time they are taking the evaluations, and they have done it wonderfully. I think both of them mentioned a lot of critical points that needs to be mentioned in the evaluation report. So both of them done it well, and all are qualified for today's whether it's speakers or evaluators. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mitesh, for the very detailed evaluation of the timing and our counters report. Now, before we go forward with individual evaluation of the individual roles, I would like to evaluate the meeting as a whole. The atmosphere in today's meeting was just very energetic, I would say. I don't know if we would continue this energy into the second week of January, but regardless, I think since New Year is near, everyone is pumped up to actually change themselves, and I hope it stays the same way. Yeah, Toastmaster Mitesh. We will have it towards the end. Yeah. So to continue, I think it was wonderful to hear the resolutions, the fallacies that everyone faced in the past year, what they plan on improving, how they plan on improving, and how they plan on being consistent about it. It was wonderful to hear. Starting with the two speeches that we had today, Toastmaster Tejal and Toastmaster Tushar. I think Toastmaster Tushar's speech was very relatable. He gave a very good message and implemented the feedback that he had, improving on pauses. And I'll go one ahead and say that pauses are like the magic recipe for any particular speech. And I think you used it to perfection today. Coming on to and just to add one more thing of towards Toastmaster Tushar's speech, I think we all should improve and use the techniques that he mentioned to revamp ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now coming on to Toastmaster Tejal's speech, resonated with everyone. I think all of us have had some or the other work experience in life up until now. and how intimidating the initial days in corporate are. So you use the stage to the perfection, I would say, shifting from one place to the other place, role playing every moment. That was done wonderfully. And one line that I still remember, and I have written it from your speeches: confidence lies in thorough preparation. That's a motto, one motto that everyone should follow in this coming new year. And she is an expert, veteran HR. So any one of you, if you have any doubts, queries, you can always reach out to her. Moving forward with the evaluations, Toastmaster Tushar and Toastmaster Tejal again. I think for both of you, it was the first evaluation. So it was done very perfectly.
Yes.
Toastmaster Tejal, both of you implemented the CRC method very beautifully. Toastmaster Tejal, you mixed it up very nicely. The speak Usually what happens is evaluations tend to feel that it's being done in parts. There is the recommendation, there is a commendation, then there is again a recommendation, or the reverse order, CRC method. But I think you merged it very beautifully. Toastmaster Tushar, it was a wonderful evaluation, very detailed. You use the words to the perfection, I would say. Again, but one thing to improve would be merging the evaluation and various sections together. Now, next, coming on to the grammarian, R counter, and the timers report. Uh, Thank you, Toastmaster Tushar, for being very mindful, multi-hatting two roles. It was a very mindful and detailed evaluation.
It's
Very well
Mitesh, not
done.
Tushar.
Toastmaster Mitesh, I'm sorry. Yes. Then coming on to the grammarian, Toastmaster Misha. I think she was very mindful. I think, it is also a very good thing to what usually grammarians role makes you do is look for mistakes. But again, to also notice that, oh, there are no mistakes, everyone is doing well. That is something uh, Toastmaster Misha did very well today. And again, very motivating grammarian report, I would say. Now, moving on to our Toastmaster of the day. I'll just like to clap for her first. Uh, she deserves it. A very well thought meeting topic, a very well thought meeting structure, right from the opening to introducing everyone the topic, engaging everyone in the start of the meeting about how it's gonna be, to get a taste of the recipe or the menu of the meeting. It was a very relatable topic, and the most important thing, including activities and games. It's the toughest job for any Toastmaster of the day. And I think after this meeting, everyone would reach out to you. So, how did you think of those games, and can you help us include a few games in our Toastmaster of the day topic? So again, very well done. It wasn't like all of these three games were very different from each other, although they were interconnected, yet very different. First one was defining the version of ourselves and guessing which version is it, the past, the present, or the future one. Second was bringing about what are the New Year resolutions. And again, it was in a unique way where you didn't have to say what was it. And the third, where it was a guessing game again. So you merged it very beautifully. Again, I think it was one of the nicest Toastmaster of the day conduct that we have had in from whatever I have been with the club for now. That was done very beautifully. Next up, just give me a moment. Yeah. So again, towards the end, we will have polls now. But before that, since I think both Toastmaster Tushar and Toastmaster Tejal have completed their level 1, because they have given the speech and evaluation both in today's meeting. So I would like to congratulate both of you, and let's have a round of applause for both of them. It is indeed a tough job to complete a level and a pathway even more tougher in Toastmasters, personal experience, speaking for personal experience. So very wonderfully done. I wish you both the very best going forward. Yes. And now we can have the polls and then we can move towards the conclusion of this today's meeting. So I think the link for the polls is in the chat box. Yeah. I would request everyone to vote.
Okay, until then, can we have a snapshot of this meeting so that yeah, we can show up some emojis on our screens so that it is assumed means it will be captured well.
Just a moment, I wasn't paying attention.
Yes, thank you so much, everyone. So I've captured the snapshot. Okay, now we will move to polls. Let's see. Okay, we have the five responses. We need one more. So who is left? I think Misha, have you done the polls? Like, have you voted the polls? You okay? You haven't received it. Okay, I will share with you on the WhatsApp then. Just a moment. Yeah, I've shared you. You can vote for the polls.
Response Tushar, Mitesh, will you announce the poll results? I think you have
Yeah,
the
sure. I will
result
announce
rights.
the
Yeah.
polls.
So up until then, what is everyone's New Year's Eve plan?
Eat,
Toastmaster
Do
sleep,
Misha
and
plan.
must be
repeat.
having a lot of plans for the whole week.
Eat, sleep, and repeat. I think that is the main plan. But let's see
And revamp.
what comes on the way. Ah,
Yes.
Yeah.
revamp. Eat, sleep, repeat, and revamp.
Toastmaster Misha, you should get us some Christmas cake for the next offline meeting.
Yes, certainly. I'd love to do that. Provided everyone comes.
Yes.
For your cake, everyone will come.
No, then I'll surely get. I'll surely get. We'll already announce that we are going to have Christmas cake distribution.
Okay.
Toastmaster Nitish, I have voted.
Thank you, Misha. Okay. So let's move to poll results. Just a minute. Okay, so we have received all the six responses as per the participants. And let's start with the first category, that is best prepared speaker for today's meeting. So can anyone guess? There are two speakers, Toastmaster Tejal and Toastmaster Tushar. So what do you think? Who has
Tushar.
won this category?
Tushar.
Tejal.
Okay, what do you think, Misha, Aditya?
Actually, it's difficult.
It was a difficult choice.
Yeah, exactly. It's a difficult choice.
Yes, but it was difficult, but I think with a quiet lead, Toastmaster Tejal has won this category as the best prepared speaker for today's meeting. So congratulations, Toastmaster Tejal. And I
Thank
think
you
this
so
is
much.
this was your previous speech. So as an L1 P3, you have given this speech, and when you re-delivered this speech this time, it really made you won the best prepared title. So congratulations, Toastmaster Tejal.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move to next category, that is best speech evaluator. Now again, there are two nominees, same nominees, Toastmaster Tushar and Toastmaster Tejal. So what do you think?
Tushar.
Your
Tushar, undoubtedly.
Yes, Tushar.
yes, yes, very
Tejal.
true, very true. Toastmaster Tushar has won the best speech evaluator category for this meeting. So
Tushar
congratulations, Toastmaster
actually
Tushar.
Thank
evaluated like a
you.
pro. Tushar actually
Yeah,
Oh,
evaluated like a pro.
and
You
that
took
is why
every aspect into
Yes, it was
consideration. It
very
was very
yeah.
impressive.
meticulous.
Very
you
Didn't
didn't
feel
impressive.
you
he
didn't
is doing it for
participate
the
in the
first time.
evaluation contest, but I think that is what I think next time you have to take up
Yes.
because more speech evaluator roles, because anyway
Yeah,
we are looking for more
definitely. Yeah.
evaluators. We have the speakers, but we are looking for more evaluators in the club. So of course you
Absolutely.
can be the one who will take up the evaluations from next meetings.
Brilliant
Okay,
Yeah.
evaluation.
Thank
Both
you.
of
Thank
them
you.
evaluated in a perfect way. It didn't feel like they were evaluating for the first time.
okay. So now let's move to next category, which is best tag role player. Okay, so you're okay, they were multi-acting, but what do you think could be the chances here? Best tag role player.
Mitesh.
Mitesh.
Again,
Yes,
difficult,
Mitesh.
but
Yeah, but
Mitesh.
in which category?
Yes,
It's
yes,
as an
yes.
hour counter or as an timer?
Timer.
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 Yes, that's true. Thank you. As a timer, I think this is the very first time I've won category. I've won the category in a very technical role. So thank you so much, everyone, for your support. Okay, so next, move to best table topic speaker. Now there were too many. This is the very first meeting where we have reattempted a lot of table topics. We have explored multiple table topics, and kudos to Aditya and Misha. I think they have done a strong participation in the table topics as well. So, what do you think? Who has won the category for a best table topic speaker?
Can't guess this one.
Yeah. Difficult choice today.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. There were, I think, a triangular contest, but I think Toastmaster Aditya has won here in this category. So congratulations, Toastmaster Aditya. You have really done well. I think after a very long time you have attended the meeting, but the way you have taken up the roles, you have taken up the stage, you have won this category. Congratulations, Toastmaster Aditya, as the best table topic speaker for today's meeting.
That's fine. I feel I had a advantage here since I attempted it 3 times. So no one would remember which
Yeah, but
speech
all
are
the
they
three
voting
times,
for.
yeah, so all the three times you have given more insightful responses. So congratulations, Toastmaster Aditya.
Thank you.
And we will be having a table topic contest very soon, so we will be going to prepare a lot of things. We will be having a table topic marathon as well. I'm looking to I'm looking to discuss with XCOM as well. So we will have a table topic marathon, and so that we can prepare for the that is IPL, Impromptu Premier League.
Um, you can
So
also try to keep a one whole meeting where we don't have the speech section and we
yes,
can only have
that is what
table
I'm saying.
topic. No,
Yes,
even
just like
before having the table topic marathon, just for to people to prepare themselves, so you can have
yes,
repeated those table topic.
that is true. We will do it in an interesting way. Like we will
Yeah,
pair the members in a way,
yeah.
and then we will have that contest between the two, between the two members. So like that, we will plan it accordingly. But of course, it will be a great, just like speech marathons. We have done a lot of speech marathons. So just like speech marathons, we will do table topic marathons as well. Okay. So now let's move to last category of this meeting, which is best of big three. Now, again, yeah, yeah, there was a multi-hatting, but I think uh, there
No,
could be
no
possibility.
brainer.
What do you think? Best of big three as a Toastmaster of the
Darshita.
day.
Toastmaster Darshita.
Darshita.
Darshita. Yes,
Absolutely,
Toastmaster Darshita for sure.
undoubtedly, yes, yes. Toastmaster
Undoubtedly.
Darshita, congratulations for taking the role of Toastmaster of the day in such a kind of meeting where there might be limited participation, but the way I requested you to take up the merge both the roles as a Toastmaster of the day and the table topic master, but you did it wonderfully, and you were the spotlight for today's meeting, I would say. So congratulations, Toastmaster Darshita, to be the best of big three category. Okay, so here are the winners of today's meeting. So thank you so much everyone for your participation. Today is the last meeting of 2024, and I wanted to do it because there were a lot of uh, rush on the participation as well. But I believe that we have done this meeting. So thank you so much, and thank you for participating and making it successful. Okay, so
Yeah,
Thank you for
one.
being consistent and have this meeting because you've helped me achieve my goal. I wanted to complete my level 1 in 24. Had we not had the meeting today, I wouldn't have been able to complete it.
Thank you.
So one thing I
Yeah,
missed
I
as the
agree on
general
that.
evaluator was the review of the table topic master. So I'll just complete it.
Yes, yes, sure, sure. Thank you.
Toastmaster
Darshita.
Darshita, yeah, very well done. I think the topics were very in line. The whole meeting was in line with the theme today. Whatever every participant was speaking, whatever questions you were asking, it was very well done. Just one suggestion would be, since I think it was your first time as a table topic master, happens with everyone. Bridging that gap between two speeches, whenever someone concludes a speech, just to pick up something from that speech, continuing it for like 10-15 seconds and then handing it over to the other one. So that is something which you can improve on. And again, transitioning from the role of general evaluator to the presiding officer. So yes, as we are coming to the end of this meeting, I would like to wish everyone a very happy new year, a very happy Christmas to everyone. And thank you for attending today's meeting. Although it's a low participation meeting, only 6 of us, but I think it was a very enjoyable meeting today.
It was all engaged by
Absolutely.
Toastmaster Darshita, and I think the
Yes.
way she took up the role this time, she had done it once earlier as well as a TMOD, but I think this time the way she merged both the roles and the way she came out with such a creative activities and everything,
Yeah.
it engaged us all. It didn't feel like there's a limited participation and there's a lot of silence and everything.
Mm.
We it was like it was more active. To us,
Yeah.
we think that we are productive and we are speaking up. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Darshita, and of course we will have a good members now. Apart from Toastmaster Misha, Toastmaster Darshita, and Toastmaster Tushar, I've encouraged him as well to take up the Toastmaster of
Yeah,
the day. Is
sure,
that is
definitely.
one role that we haven't explored yet, I believe. So of course, next you can target, you can make this as also a
Yeah,
New
right.
Year's resolution. Okay, the first
Yeah, I
meeting could
will,
be where you will take up the Toastmaster of the day. So
yeah,
that's
definitely.
what
I will
that's
try
what we
for
are.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Darshita, for making it a very engaging uh, for us, for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. And just for the closing remarks, I would like to say today we reflected on the idea of New Year, New Me. We shared stories, explored goals, and perhaps redefined what it means to grow and change. Remember, the new me doesn't have to be a drastic overhaul. Sometimes it's about small, consistent efforts that brings us closer to our true selves. Carl Rogers once said, "The curious paradox is that when I accept myself just as I am, I can change." Thank you all for the enthusiastic participation today. I hope this meeting inspires you to embrace growth and look forward to next year's possibilities. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. A happy New Year's week going forward, and all the best with your resolutions.
Thank you all. And
Yeah,
Merry
and Happy
Christmas
New Year.
and
Yeah.
compliments of the season,
Christmas and Happy
actually.
New
Yes.
Year.
Merry
Yeah.
Happy
Christmas.
New Year and
Happy
Bye.
New Year.
compliments of the season. Right.
Yeah. Bye
Mm.
bye.
Yeah, just a last mention before everyone leaves. Okay, so we have everyone of us aware that we I have prepared a group which is MSTC Joint Committee. So there we are discussing about the open house only. So in case I know okay, everyone has their own plans, but in case if just we will do the discussions virtually only on the chat. So whatever I will we can have a discussion. We can plan it little bit things now as we have planned the date now 23rd February will be will be marked as the for the
Open
MSTC
house.
open house. Okay, so accordingly we will see to it what else we can plan. So now we are at the planning process. So whatever the ideas and suggestions you have, we will go with the process accordingly. So next we will I think plan the theme and the venue. Venue could be the regular only, but about the theme as well. So gradually we will move ahead with the process so that within because 23rd Feb is the open house. So accordingly we have to plan how we can go ahead. So do support on that as well. Okay, so we will have a lot of conversations, lot of discussions, and that is how the teamwork is done. So the main initiative is teamwork. Main initiative is how collectively we take the club ahead. Okay, so do support on that. Do share your suggestions, ideas in whatever way possible you can support. Okay, so that is all from my take. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Happy
Thank you,
Sunday.
everyone. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks. Happy
Bye,
Sunday. Yeah, bye.
everyone.